Hello everybody, it's the Doctor. Welcome back to another Let's Play episode of Star Trek Online, free to play on Rami Summers. We are continuing the Romulan arc. In fact, we are under the special missions now called Romulan Mystery. And we are in the 5-part featured episode series right now. We just did The Vault, and now it's time for Mine Enemy. Reports of illegal weapons use on Hafar lead you to evidence of greater atrocities.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Go to the Vahar system, which is located in Valorum, and investigate the mine. We will get a Horta hatchling. How nice. It's a non-combat pet, but it's something nice we can walk around with when we're out of combat. Let's accept the mission, and I'm at Hafar. I decided to go ahead and head here before starting the video just so we'd be ready to start the mission. Do note, remember, that on our ship now, I do have those 2 turrets in the back, as I mentioned in the last video. So hopefully we will do a little bit better against any enemies in space this time than we did a couple of missions ago where I had some trouble in our Defiant. And I also have that set of Scorpion fighters from the last mission as well. They are limited, so they're consumable. However, I should use them if I need to, so that will be something that can help me. Alright, let's do it. Captain, the Riemanns were targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have its exact coordinates. I know you're in the right area, but all the moons in the system are inhabited, and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon to try to determine which one the Riemanns were actually using. All my weapons are on auto fire, and I know I'm going to run into enemies here, but I am ready for it. Let's go to this first moon. Actually, let's scan this, since we're right here. Am continuing to do R&D, so these things are important. And here we go. Let's try that out, and that, and that, and that. Well, I guess I need to take my beam overload, don't I, away? Oh yeah, that is so much better. Check that out. Man. That's the way it should be, folks. That went a lot better than it did that one time when I was taking down a Romulan to Daredex. Wow, that was so much better. I guess I accidentally left my beam array overload on there. I'm not using any beams whatsoever, so I need to take that off. What I need to add is cannon scatter volley. That's what I need to add. Then I'll have rapid fire and scatter volley. I'll have to do that for the next video because I totally forgot to do that. But even with just rapid fire, so much better than what I was doing before. Okay, let's go to the next moon. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a lot of opportunity for space battle. It's just right here at the beginning of this mission. Most of this mission is a ground mission, so be prepared for that. But hopefully we'll get a chance for some more space action in the future. because I've only got 5 levels till we hit 40, and then we get our, I guess, end game level ship as free-to-play player. But I want to spend a little more time as I can with the Defiant here, because it's actually quite a nice ship. Okay, nothing there. They're not very hospitable around here, are they? This is a dangerous area, and it's only gotten worse since the destruction of Romulus. It might be difficult to get someone to trust us. Yeah, I do love the Defiant. I believe that our next ship will be the Prometheus, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check on that. But honestly, you could use the Defiant for quite a bit longer, even at level 40. You could use this ship up to level 50 with no problems, because this ship has a lot of capability. It has a lot of potential. It's not fully utilized between level 30 and 40, but it could be if you wanted to make it last longer. All you'd have to do is upgrade the gear on it, which is quite easy to do. Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite. We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please, transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite in ore, little world, will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you? No, I guess not. Okay, we only get one person. Since I'm already tactical, I want to take my healer. Just in case. I need to... No, that's fine. Yeah, okay, she's good. Tricorder scan? Wait a minute, why does she have tricorder scan? I need to actually change the powers, I just realized on here. Medical tricorder is good, but she shouldn't have tricorder scan. I need to change that. Just more things to change. Okay. So here we are on the surface. Unfortunately, that was all we get of space action in this video. Everything else is going to be ground-based. It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community on Virinat, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since. I'm a biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology working with copper-based blood. On Virinat, I handle a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutrition deficiencies for the people living here. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I can't afford passage off this moon, and I don't know how long that will be. This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. The Ferengi Madron rides everyone hard to make a profit, but just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines, I'm sure of it. So just some history about this area here. You can talk to all the people around here that have icons above their heads, and they'll give you some background information on this area, so that's quite nice. Please, have you seen my brother? Maybe I can help? How long has he been missing? I just saw him 2 days ago. Madron assigned both of us to work in the upper level of the mine. Toshin's drill bit broke and he needed a new one. I know I should have went with him. It's not safe to be in the mine alone. Now he's gone. Uh-oh. My life is unimportant. It's my brother. I can't find him. Oh. Why isn't it safe to be in the mine? There's a group of people down there who treat the mines like it's their own. I don't know why Madron tolerates them, but they make life miserable for the rest of us. They steal and terrorize the weak. Once I saw them dragging a woman into the lower levels, and I never saw her again. She wasn't the only one. Many people have disappeared. I thought if my brother and I kept our heads down that we would be safe, but maybe they took him. Murderers, if they kill my brother, I'll kill them all. Okay. If you go into the mine, watch for the silver spheres. There are creatures in the dark, devils. They are made of stone. Nothing can hurt them, and their touch burns. I have seen them moving around in the tunnels. Anywhere you see the silver spheres, the monsters are not far away. I think I know what he's talking about there. It's a nice big area. Madron will be up here. Let's get the mission going on here. Hey, don't scan me, and I won't scan you. On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hafar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Triana stash with you, so why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business? Well, of course, I've heard you are an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities like yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need. Okay, do you have any information about the mines themselves? I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business, and I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up at night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first. Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it. Okay, I'll be back when I'm done, I guess. Question miners. Okay, we need to question miners. Miners, where are you? And I'm not talking about miners, I'm talking about miners. Here's a miner. I'm sorry, I can't really talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft. As much as I'd appreciate someone else to lug around the heavy equipment, it's all very delicate. Okay, you gotta be science to do this one. So these are career-specific things we have to do here. But I am tactical, so I can't do that. Let's see what this person has to say. Jolan True, stranger. Ah, have you always lived here? My family and I have been here all of our lives. It's a hard life, but it's all we know. I guess I'm not going to go through all these dialogues, but if you're playing this mission, feel free to do that. I'm just kind of skimming over this. See if there's anything important here. They keep saying there's monsters or something in the mines. People are getting abducted into the mines, so something about the mines is definitely a big thing around here. Ooh, I'm on the run, and if those thugs see me talking to you, they'll be in danger. Oh, this is the tactical option. Okay, well, is there anything I can do to help? I need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that are beating and stealing from us. Madron doesn't do anything about it to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for us. Would you be willing to help? Good, okay. There's a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. If we don't give them what they want, they beat us. I had a friend. All he was trying to do here was feed his family, be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of those thugs wanted it. Now my friend is dead. I'm too weak to stop them, I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. But if someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for all of us. Okay, I need to help bullied refugees, defeat thug gangs. So that's what we will do. We will look for some thug gangs. Actually, they're circled here in my thing, aren't they? Yes, they are. I only need 3 of them. Well, that's a dead end. We'll go to this one up here. Here we go. Hello, thug gangs. Ah, he's gonna fight me straight off, huh? Wow, they hurt my shields badly, and my health. I should note that I think we got one of these in a past mission. We haven't done a lot of ground yet, but now we are finally. Security Escort 1, I can beam down Security Escort, level 36 Security Escorts to help me, so that's quite nice. That's not a circle. I'm just going to go to the green circles.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
Okay, that's 2 thug gangs. Now let's get the last one, is somewhere over here. Perhaps in here? Oh, you're a bad guy.
Targets on sensors.
He didn't count as a full gang, though. Ah, here we go. Here's the final thug gang.
Personal shield losing power.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's return to the bullied refugee. Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble. These thugs are part of a larger group that operate deep inside the magnesite mine. They control the lower levels, and no one who goes down there uninvited ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that it's worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there, you could get some answers. Gang Violence Task Force. So let me guess where I'm going next. Into the mine. Let's get back to Madron. You want to go into the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite, or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the brain invasion of Defari space? Okay, now we can go into the mine finally. This is where the fun begins. Here we go, into the mine. Oh, okay, my healer there. Digging for answers. Gatekeeper, we need access. What do you want? Well, I'd like to enter this area. This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter, and I don't like you. I'm very likable, just ask Madron. Madron, that big-eared money grabber, doesn't know the first thing about what really happens here. All he does is collect his latinum and make the miners miserable. Maybe you should tell him what's going on here. This is more than a mine, isn't it? Or then I suppose he won't mind if you disappear, huh? You don't belong here, and I'm done talking with you. Leave now or suffer the consequences. No, I'm not leaving, so I guess we're suffering consequences. I got turned around. Oh, hello.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing
Oh,
power.
there's lots of Romulans in here. There's a group just waiting for me. Oh, one more. Okay, examine Romulan campsite. Captain, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low-tech, but the Romulans may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate badly and have to use Thaleron weapons, it has to be here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates. Well, I think I have an idea. I'm going to stand on one pressure plate. Ta-da! Lock it in. Now watch this. I'm going to tell this guy. Where's the option at? There we go. Set a rally point for the other one. Oh, not enough. Let's go back just a little more. I said let's go back a little more. How about that's too far back? How about that's too far forward? Boy, I cannot get this right, can I? Come on. Okay, let's try this again. Step off. Ah. Okay, good enough. Lock in. Wow. I could not get her close enough for some reason. I hate that. That's weird. No, normal mode. There we go. Okay, let's go deeper into the base, shall we?
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there's a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There is
them.
much here you do not understand, Janek. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians! Their blood is on our hands!
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Wow, okay. So they got away. Now, one thing I think we can not have to worry about. Oh crap. Okay. Never mind. We have to. Well, you have the option of sneaking past these guys or not. And if you want to read the documentation, I guess you have to take them out. Now, in these consoles are logs on many of the races in Star Trek Online right now, like what's going on around, like the Cardassians, for example. I'm not going to go through all these logs right now, but I do recommend you read them all. You've got the Borg, you got Cardassia, you got Dominion, you got Starfleet, and it just talks about all of them and gives you some background on what's happening in the Federation right now, and all the other aliens and stuff. So it's quite a good amount of information if you want to learn what's going on around the universe. But I want to head in this room that a lot of people forget about, but there's something special in here that I want to get. Okay, there's more logs in here you can feel free to grab as well. What I want to head toward is back here, actually. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Scan hole. The hole is tunneled through solid magnesite. It's too precious to be one of the mining tunnels, and there's a slight trace of silicon residue. Glorious, Captain. There are not many creatures that could do something like this. Indeed, we're about to meet one of those creatures. Accolade complete, Senator. And look what it is. It's a Horta. No kill I. No kill I. This message is burned deep into the floor of the chamber and sizzles around the edges of the letters. And there's my accolade complete. No kill I. So yeah, it's a Horta, and we are going to get a pet Horta after this mission. So that is a really cool, the original Star Trek throwback right there to a Horta. Let's find the commander's access code. Now, normally we'll be able to get out through here, but first we got to find the code. So let's go to this room. And it's a prison. And there she goes.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about.
She's got her own neck to
I'll
worry
be
about.
joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeev has his way, we all will.
Dun dun dun, Hakeev. Well, we can actually help these prisoners. Check this out. I'm going to come in here. And these prisoners can help me. I'm going to set them all free. Yep, every single prisoner. And they will actually follow me and fight along my side because I'm letting them out. So that's really cool. Basically, you've added to your team now, and I can add further by using security escorts if I needed to. Once it cools down, here she is. She runs away though.
Enough! I surrender.
And she surrenders.
I value my life more than the Tal Shiar's secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Well, what does the Riemann Resistance want to destroy this base, or
The
why?
Riemanns know about this base? Impossible. Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you. But it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here, nothing more. There are many targets those Riemann scum would find much more tempting.
Well, I'll need more than your word that this base is as harmless as you say.
Colonel Hakiv will want my blood for this, but
Oh, good.
take my security code.
She's going to give it to
You
me.
can use it to access the control room. You'll find everything you're looking for there.
Okay, so Janek is nice. Yay, Janek. Let's go through the door and find out what is going on. There was definitely something going on deep here in the base. Those people above were not making this up. Let's walk into a wall, shall we? I think this is it, the control room. Yep.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do and little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Highly doubt it, but okay. We gotta run in while everything's blowing up and download records. Now we gotta run. Basically, we run and we don't stop. Let me out through the rocks. Falling rocks. Keep running into walls. That doesn't help. That person is gone. Yes, get me out of here. Well, that went well. Confront Madron about the Tal Shiar base. Well, at least we got the that taken care of. Madron, honey, where are you? He's a fat Ferengi. Well, he's a little wide. He's a wide Ferengi. He's very horizontal. My mine! What have you done to my mine? Well, there was an infestation of Tal Shiar ship spies in there. I just fumigated. Tal Shiar, I am shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if, say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember that I have an exclusive contract. Stop with the lies, Madron. I know you knew who and what was down there. And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know. And they are good neighbors, if you're not easily embarrassed. Their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business. Do you know anything about what they recently discovered? Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janek and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I don't know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull away any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go walk 100 Romulans into digging. I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is overruined. Yeah, you've been a real help. Madron doesn't seem to know much, Captain, or at least he's not willing to part with what information he knows. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try our luck at decrypting these files we recovered from the Tal Shiar. I'm sure that they will be more useful than anything Madron had to say. We actually need to go to our ready room now and try to decode these files, which is a process. So we get to go to my ship bridge for the first time, which I'm not sure what bridge it comes with. I'm guessing the Origin Bridge standard. Visit Starship Bridge. Let's find out anyway. Anytime now. Okay, yes, it is the Origin Bridge. Now, you can buy a Defiant Bridge, but again, you have to buy it at Z-Store, and I'm not going to do that. But where would one's ready room be, please? Here we go, access library files. Okay, we need to decipher the Tal Shiar files. We got a lot to go through. Now, you can do this the real way, which is to read everything and meticulously figure out the code, or you can just click buttons really fast and hope it kind of works itself out, which kind of generally does. I hate these kind of puzzles. Wow, that was a bunch of button pushing. Sorry guys, I know that was kind of boring. I hate those kind of puzzles. But I did it, and now we're done. Whew. Mine enemy, return to Tanay. Of course, you don't have to go all the way to Tanay, but we can just beam out of our ship and then turn that mission in. I hate that in part there because it's so boring, but you kind of have to read and figure out what's being changed and everything. Meh. Meh. Okay, we can turn this in finally.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered showed that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Remans for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thaleron weapons in the Hafar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians, as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
So here's our Horta hatchling. It is just...
Congratulations, Captain.
Just a non-combat pet. Note we have Captain Ability rank 3, so when we click up here, we will note that that is odd, because at level 38 it says there's nothing. Oh, I guess it raises the... Oh, it must raise the damage to, or the ability itself to 3. So which one did it raise? It go down fighting. It didn't change go down. What do I have? Go down fighting now? I guess I haven't shown you guys that. Did I put it on a thing? I guess I got it last level. It's only level 1. Go down fighting. Well, I do have go down fighting. Oh, I think it's talking about attack pattern alpha. Yeah, because that's my captain ability. So now attack pattern alpha is up to level 3 here, so we get more damage, critical chance, severity, flight turn rate when we use it. So attack pattern alpha is the go-to tactical space power for sure. And it comes again not with your ship, but based on your captain level. Okay, anyway. We have a little more dilithium. We now have a Horta hatchling, which is not really going to help us in combat. And everything else is the same. I need to go change a couple things off camera, I know that. And we are now level 38. You know what that means? That means we are like literally 2 away from... Did I just raise a whole bunch there? Wait, I was at 35, wasn't I? 35? I need to go back into the video. Did we just go up like several things here? Bridge officer awarded. I didn't do the patrol. I wonder why that's on there. Bridge officer awarded. I didn't get a bridge officer. We're at 38 now. I guess we passed 36 and 37. This must be a high XP weekend or high XP or whatever is going on. We must have got like a whole lot of XP because we are now level 38. We're 2 from 40. I mean, we just jumped a whole lot there, I think. So I think this must be a heightened or bonus XP week going on right now prior to Season 11 coming out. Season 11 will be out this week. So I believe maybe that's what they're doing, is just giving us extra XP right now, because I think we just jumped up a whole lot more than we should have. Well, now we're like 2 away from 40, but we haven't even hardly used the Defiant here much. To be honest with you, even though we're going to go past 40 here very soon, I guess, I'm not going to stop using the Defiant until we are finished with all of the Romulan mystery. So we've got Frozen, Colosseum, and then Cutting the Cord. Those are the missions. So I'm going to continue using the Defiant here throughout those missions so that we can just get a good feel for it, because I'm not ready to give it up yet. I'm just not ready. And knowing that our level 40 ship is probably going to be our last free in-game ship we get, I might as well wait it out a little bit longer before I go to that ship and continue to use the Defiant as long as it suits us. And then maybe around 45 or so, then I'll switch over to the next ship. That's probably what I'm going to do, because I just want to have some more experience under this ship. It's such a nice ship. I really don't want to get rid of it yet. You know, the Defiant. So, anyway, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.